Hi everybody. All right, bear with me because this is the first time that I've ever done a video of myself, and all of my helpers are outside, so I'm gonna try and do this on my own. First of all, I just want to tell all of you that I miss you so very much, and it is so hard for Mrs. Grace to be away from you guys. I hope that you're enjoying spending time with your family and doing a lot of fun things at home. Because you always know that Mrs. Grace loves when I say meet me at the reading rug, I thought it would be fun to share some stories with you just like we were at school. At the end of the stories, I'm going to give you some activities to do that will help you connect to our story. The first story that I'm going to read is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once there was a little girl called Goldilocks. What a sweet child, said someone new in town. That's what you think, said a neighbor. One morning, Goldilocks' mother sent her to buy muffins in the next village. You must promise not to take the shortcut through the forest, she said. I've heard that bears live there. I promise, said Goldilocks. But to tell the truth, Goldilocks is one of those naughty little girls who do exactly as they please. Meanwhile, in a clearing, deeper inside the forest, in a charming house all their own, a family of brown bears was sitting down for breakfast. But Tooey, cried big old Papa Bear, this porridge is scalding. I've burned my tongue. If they burn their tongue, what do you think scalding means? Do you think it means it's hot? Cold? What do you think? Hot. I'm dying, cried Baby Bear. Now really, said Mama Bear, who was of medium size, that is quite enough. I know, said Papa Bear. Why don't we go for a spin while the porridge is cooling? Excellent, said Mama Bear. So they got on their rusty old bicycle and off they went. A few minutes later, Goldilocks arrived at the bear's house. She walked right in without even bothering to knock. On the dining room table were 3 inviting bowls of porridge. I don't mind if I do, said Goldilocks, helping herself to the biggest bowl. But the porridge in the biggest bowl was much too hot. Patooey! Cried Goldilocks, and she spit it out. Next, she tasted the porridge in the medium-sized bowl, but that porridge was much too cold. Then Goldilocks tasted the porridge in the little bowl, and it was just right. Neither too hot nor too cold. In fact, she liked it so much that she gobbled it right up. Feeling full and satisfied, Goldilocks thought it would be great fun to have a look around. Right away she noticed a lot of coarse brown fur everywhere. They must have kitties, she said. In the parlor there were 3 chairs. Well, I don't mind if I do, she said, climbing into the biggest one. But the biggest chair was much too hard, and she just could not get comfortable. Next, she sat in the medium-sized chair, but that chair was much too soft, and she thought she might never get out of it. Then Goldilocks sat in the little chair, and that was just right, neither too hard nor too soft. In fact, she liked it so much that she rocked and rocked, until the chair fell completely to pieces. Now all that the rocking left Goldilocks quite tuckered out. I should take a little snooze, she said. So she went to look for a comfy place to nap. Upstairs, how many beds do you think there were? Did you guess 3? You're right. There were 3 beds. Well, I don't mind if I do, said Goldilocks, and she got into the biggest one. but the head of the biggest bed was much too high. Next, she tried the medium-sized bed, but the head of the bed was much too low. Then Goldilocks tried the little bed, and it was just right. Soon she was all nice and cozy and sound asleep. She did not hear the bears come home. The three bears were mighty hungry, but when they went in for breakfast, they could not believe their eyes. "Somebody has been in my porridge," said Papa Bear. "Somebody has been in my porridge," said Mama Bear. "And somebody has been in my porridge," said Baby Bear, "and eaten it all up." In the parlor, the three bears were in for another little surprise. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Papa Bear. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear. "And somebody has been sitting in my chair," said Baby Bear, "and broke it to smithereens." The three bears went upstairs on tiptoe, not knowing what they would discover. At first, everything seemed fine, but then Papa Bear lay down on his big brass bed. "Somebody has been laying in my bed," he cried, and he was not amused. What do you think amused means? He was not amused. Do you think he was happy that someone was in his bed? I don't think so. "Oh no," cried Mama Bear. "Somebody has been lying in my bed." "Look," cried Baby Bear. "Somebody has been lying in my bed and she's still there." "Now see here," roared Papa Bear. Goldilocks woke up with a start, and her eyes nearly popped out of her head. But before the bears could demand a proper explanation, Goldilocks was out of bed, out the window, and on her way home. "Who was that little girl?" asked Baby Bear. "I have no idea," said Mama Bear, "but I hope we never see her again." And they never did. So something that we would be practicing if we were at school would be reading stories and talking about the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, and the ending of the story. So what I want you to do, boys and girls, and if you need to go back and listen to the story again, that's fine. What I want you to do is I want you to think about what happened in the beginning of the story. Who were the characters? What were they doing? Okay. And I want you to draw a picture. So what happened in the beginning of the story, and I want you to draw me a picture. Then I want you to think of the middle of the story. Okay, pick one part that was in the middle of the story. What was happening? And I want you to draw me a picture. Then when you're finished with that, I want you to think about what happened at the end of the story, and I want you to draw me a picture. So you're going to have 3 pictures. Your first picture is going to be what happened in the very beginning of the story. Your next picture is going to be what happened in the middle of the story. And your last picture is what's happened at the end of the story. And I'm going to give you a challenge, okay? Because this is what we would start practicing at school. I want you, underneath your pictures, to try and write what is happening in your picture, okay? Eventually, we're going to be using the words first, next, and last to describe the sequence of order in our story. So I just want you to try that for now. If you want to just do the pictures, that's fine. But if you want a little challenge, I want you to try and write about it. You can use your kindergarten spelling, or you can have mom and dad help you, but show them how we do kindergarten spelling at school. And then I'm going to have your mom and dad send me a picture so I can see all of your wonderful artwork. Okay? I'm going to be reading a few more stories and sending them to you within the week. Okay? I hope you enjoy this. I love you and miss you all. Goodbye, guys.